Greetings and welcome to another video. It's Bank Holiday Monday, 28th of August 2023, and I'm back in Donington today. I'm back in Donington to, well, further explore Granville Country Park, which is an absolutely gorgeous place. I love it here. I was last here 2 weeks ago, where I made 3 videos exploring just a small section of what you can find here. And so today, I'm back with a plan to go off in a different direction to explore another area, another part of the park. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be good. With that in mind, let's carry on to get to where we want to go today. My starting point is this information sign about Granville Country Park. And as you can see, there's a lot of information to take in about here, about where I am. I'm not gonna talk about this sign today because I've already done that in one of my videos from 2 weeks ago. So if you wanna check out me talking about the information in front of me right now, then check out that other video. It's yeah, full of, like I said, full of interesting information going on. And then you got this signpost here with a bit more general information about Granville Country Park. So yeah, good time situation. And if we have a look to my left, you can see an amazing wood carving of a gorgeous little fox. As I probably mentioned the last time I was here 2 weeks ago, I love this wood carving. This fox is absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Whenever I'm exploring somewhere like Granville Country Park, or even especially somewhere like Appley Woods over in Ligomri, seeing wood carvings like this is just something I absolutely enjoy seeing. I think it's absolutely brilliant. So wood carvings like this, in my opinion, always worth appreciating, to be honest. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. As we saw when I was last here 2 weeks ago, I did explore up these steps here, and at the top there's an amazing field and footpath up that way, which is absolutely worthwhile exploring. And the views you can see of the surrounding countryside from up there, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah. Now because I've already been up that way last time I was here, we're not going to go this way again. Not today anyway. But we did discover, going up that way, that the path you follow by going up these steps does eventually connect to this path here further along. So yeah, this path is a really interesting path to explore, to be honest. And like I said, it does connect to the other path that you follow by going up the steps. But at the same time, further along this path here, there's a whole amazing section of Granville Park that looks really worth exploring, to be honest. Now I'm not going to go this way today. Instead I'm going to save exploring down this way for another video, because there's a lot of interesting things down that way. But like I say, I'm going to do that another day. Instead, the plan is to come up this way And from where I'm standing at the moment, I'm gonna go to the other end of the car park basically. So let's go from there. So this is where we want to be at the moment. Coming up to the entrance to Granville Park. And if we look over my shoulder behind me, take a few steps back actually. Yeah, I'm now at the entrance to Granville Park. And back that way was where I was standing at the start of this video. Welcome to Granville Country Park. And from where I'm standing, you can find your way to Shropshire Golf Course, which from here, as you can see, is up along that road. But we're not going that way today. Instead, we're just coming over here. Now, as you can see from where I'm standing right now, there are 3 public footpaths you can follow, all going off in the same direction. You've got the Telford T50 50-mile trail, you've got the Granville Heritage Trail, and you've got Hutchinson Way, all of which, as you can see, going off to my right, going along this road here. Now, on top of following those footpaths I just mentioned, if you follow this road far enough in the direction I'm facing, that will take you back into Donington and opposite Donington Asda. But we're not going that way today. We're not going to Donington Asda today. Instead, I want to explore this path here. This is where we'll be going for this video. On top of that, well, I've just noticed there's this little path here, off to my left. I don't know where this path goes. I'm not going to be exploring it at the moment, but I don't know if I'll come back here later on today to explore it, but remember this path. And yeah, be nice if I could explore it today. In the meantime, like I said, we're going off in this direction. Now, I've never been this way before, to be honest. I don't think I've ever been this way before. So this is going to be really interesting to explore. Looking forward to this. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if along this track horse riding happens. In fact, yeah, I've just looked at the ground and there are some horseshoe tracks in the mud. So yeah, by the looks of it, people like to ride their horses along here. It's really good, you know, because this looks like a fantastic place to come horse riding. It's really peaceful along here. I imagine this fence in the middle of a path is designed to segregate people from horse riders, so not to worry the horses themselves. Well, I might be wrong about that, but to be honest, so we're following the path round to the right. That looks interesting. To my left. Alright, so cross over a bit. As you can see, there's a gap in the fence here on my left. And you have the option of exploring up that way, up the hill, up the top. I'll have to come back to this later, because that does look interesting. Yeah. That'll be worth exploring later on, for sure. In the meantime, along here is where I want to focus on. So with that in mind, let's carry on. As we found out when I was last here 2 weeks ago, and looking at the main information sign at the entrance to Granville Park, there's a lot of history going on here, going back centuries, and I found that really interesting. And as we saw on the map, on that information sign, there's a lot of places to explore around here. This place is huge, so yeah, definitely something to do on many visits, many trips here it's going to take to explore everywhere. So yeah, definitely worthwhile doing, exploring around here. Okay, got something interesting going on here. The path divides, going off in 2 separate directions. Firstly, the path goes off to my right here, and then at the same time the path goes off to my left. And if we have a look here, you can see that the Granville Heritage Trail and the Telford T50 50-mile trail, and the Hutchinson Way from this point all go off to my left, up that way. But at the same time, we've got a section of the Telford T50 mile trail and the Hutchinson Way also go off to my right here. So yeah, pardon me. So what I'm going to do is follow the path to my right, and yeah, we'll have to come back. Yeah, we're going to follow the path in this direction, and I'll come back later and explore that way. But what I want to do is come this way. So yeah, and we've got a small lake, well, more of a pond to be honest here, right here. It's so peaceful here. It's absolutely beautiful around here, how peaceful it is. Oh, we've got a building there, a brick building going on. So yeah, let's zoom in on that. That looks interesting. Be interesting to learn what that building used to, well, what function that building used to have. Yeah, interesting. Let's carry on this way and see where we end up. Alright, path goes off this way. Got the signpost there, uprooted. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow the path straight on, see where it brings me out, and maybe come back here later to explore this other path. But yeah, nice one. So a little bit further along, and we have this place here. This looks interesting. As we can see here, the Hutchinson Way continues along the path in front of me, before we continue along there, I want to have a look here. Right, so we've got a picnic bench in front of me. Which makes sense considering this looks like an ideal setting for a picnic. It's absolutely amazing around here. So many possibilities for amazing photos. Absolutely brilliant. A path coming up this way, which I'm guessing connects us back to the path we were on originally. And it does. So I've come back to the spot we were at a couple of minutes ago. And yeah, that's the path we went down to explore down that way. And if we follow along this path, well, the main path here, if we just move along a couple of moments, so a couple of yards brings us here, which, as we saw a few seconds ago, takes us a path. This path here also takes us back to where the water is. Good stuff, very, very good stuff. Of course, from here, the plan is to keep on this path here. I've got a fairly good idea of where we're going to end up. I'm going to end up back on the road in a couple of minutes. So, good time situation. And just a yard, maybe 2 yards further along the path, we see this on my left. An absolutely gorgeous wood sculpture of barn owl. Yeah, barn owl. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah. And if you come over here, look over my shoulder, back to the path. Yeah, we're back on the main path, well, the main road actually. Right, so what we've got here, as you can see, is an information sign about Granville Country Park, and I'm not gonna go into detail about this sign because this signpost has the exact same information on it as the signpost we saw at the start of this video, which I talked about the last time I was here 2 weeks ago. So if you want me to talk, if you want to watch me talk about the information you can see on this sign in front of you, then just watch that video I made 2 weeks ago and that'll fill you in quite nicely. That said, if we have a look over here, there's another signpost just around the corner on the main road, which I think is going to be relevant to everything we just looked at. Here we are. Welcome to the Canal Basin and Large Furnaces area of Granville Nature Reserve. And if we have a closer look at what's going on, this signpost, as you can see, gives us some information of what we've just been looking at. And the first thing you see is that picture representation of what the place used to look like. And here's some information about it. You're standing near one of the most productive blast furnaces in Europe. In contrast to the present peaceful environment, in the 19th century this area was a hive of industrial activity. The canal basin was once connected to the Donington Wood Canal on the other side of a road, one of the earliest canals to be built in England. Tugboats transported coal, limestone and iron to and from the furnaces. The furnaces produced pig iron from 1820 until they closed in 1888. The large remaining structures, faced with sandstone blocks, are the ramps used for tipping materials into the tops of the furnaces. Remains of the furnaces themselves can still be seen at the base of the ramps. Some of the interior brickwork of the furnaces has been melted and glazed by the heat, which was intensified by air being blasted through them. Light railways connected the furnaces and the canal basin and later provided links to the surrounding area. Underneath the bank of the pool at the far end of the site are the remains of offices and powder rooms, later converted for use as stables. The path leads back to the road opposite the main car park, and you pass the remains of a 19th century privy, a memento of a time when houses only had outside toilets. Yeah, absolutely amazing this. Absolutely gorgeous. And from where I'm standing at the moment, if we look to my left, if we follow this road in front of me for a few yards, then we're back to where we started this video today. Otherwise, if we turn in the other direction and instead follow the road that way to my left, then this way that I am now facing will take us into Donington and right next to Donington Asda. So yeah, nice one. So yeah, on that note, I'm gonna finish this video right here, and yeah, it's gonna be good. I think I'm gonna definitely make another video this afternoon starting from where I'm standing, so let's crack on with that. In the meantime, thank you everyone for watching this video. I do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next video. Take care and goodbye.